Welcome back. Well, the presidential election is only a few months away, and it can spark some political conversations among family and friends with different political viewpoints.
And here with us this morning is former U.S. Marine and mental toughness expert Eric Rittmeyer. Good morning, Eric.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me. Good morning.
Hey, Eric. So first question, how can we manage relationships with family and friends who have those opposite, either political or any other kind of views?
It's not easy to do, Jesse. I mean, if you think about this, I feel old when I say this, but it's like I remember back in the day when we used to all get along with each other, right? Now it's like everybody's just so fueled in emotion. We're so intoxicated in emotion. We really have to get better at listening. We're horrible listeners as a nation. We listen with the intent to reply, not with the intent to understand. So I'd say it all starts off with just making people feel like we understand where they're coming from. Not that we agree with them, but at least we're hearing what they say.
So, Eric, you said that you're a mental toughness expert. So what are some good tips to be, quote unquote, mental toughness?
Lots of medication, Jackie. We got to numb the brain.
No.
I'm just kidding. It's all about emotional control. That's the misconception I think about mental toughness. So many people think when they hear like, oh, you're a Marine and mental toughness and push-ups and jumping jacks and running, it's emotional control. We're horrible. We're hardwired as humans to feel first and think later. We're not taught how to control our emotion. We're just taught memorize, regurgitate, go through school, go to work. Somebody says something upsets us, we fly off the deep end because we don't know how to express our emotion. It's all about controlling, not suppressing.
Eric, tell us a little bit about your book, The Emotional Marine. How did you kind of figure all this out to put it into that book?
Great question, Jesse. I'm a former Marine, so I can hardly read or write. So I don't have any clue. I wrote it in crayon, but when I wrote it last year, I wrote it back last September. Obviously, nothing had happened at that point. But my book was just all about, I'd meet people, people I really liked, people I connected with. And I'm like, what is it about these people? Why am I connecting with this person but not this person? It's just a book full of tips on how to be more likable, how to be a decent human. As a nation, we've lost the ability to connect with people, to be decent to each other.
And Eric, why do you think we lost that ability to connect and just be decent, just to listen, like you said, to opposing views? Why do you think we lost that connection?
I think it's all about, it's more now about social media than it is social interaction. We don't communicate anymore. We don't learn how to approach somebody that we disagree with and communicate with them verbally. We don't understand how to see an opposing point of view. I think it all starts with social media. I believe we've gotten to this stage where we're just keyboard warriors. We just go away. And again, our schools aren't teaching basic emotional intelligence skills. History is great. Science is awesome. That's wonderful. We have to teach kids how to deal with other people and how to handle people that we don't agree with.
Now, Eric, what are kind of some of the first steps to handle that and kind of get those conversations rolling where initially you might want to just shut someone down, but you get to the point where you want to listen to them?
I call this suspending our disbeliefs. We have to compartmentalize our emotions, and we have to be fully aware of our triggers. Mentally tough people, they go into situations they're prepared. It's like the Cousin Eddies of the world. At Christmas, when you go to the house and Cousin Eddie shows up, it's like, get yourself something real nice. You got to be ready for the Cousin Eddie. So when you're going to be around someone like him, he's going to say something that's going to upset you or trigger you. Be aware of the trigger and know when that trigger comes up, what's going to follow the trigger is going to be an emotional-based reaction. We have to take the time to process information logically and respond and not react.
Those are some great tips. Okay, so you first said that, just have to talk it out, kind of control your feelings, and what you just mentioned now. So how about also just like walking away? Do you think that'll make things worse, or what other tips do you think you could give us?
At some point, you need to do that, Jackie. I'm sorry. At some point, you need to do that. So, it's like I call it the tortoise shell and the sponge. Some people are sponges. Some people are tortoise shells. Some people hear what you say, they'll absorb what you say, they'll comprehend it. Other people, like a tortoise shell, it just falls off them. They can't. At some point, you do have to walk away, but you have to at least give them the impression that you're understanding where they're coming from, and that's the key. It's not that I fully agree with you. It's just making the person feel like, I understand what you're saying, I get what you're saying, I disagree, I'm not crazy about what you're saying, but I at least understand where you're coming from, and I hear your points.
All right, Eric Rittmeyer, The Emotional Marine, and that book right there.
Yeah, how can people get a copy of your book?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's The Emotional Marine. I'm all over. I'm on Amazon. My website's Mental Toughness Speakers. Matter of fact, I have a program on there. It's called Overcoming Obstacles. Any of your viewers go on there. It's totally free. Put the code in, Columbus. Thank you guys for having me. You guys rock. I love you.
And Eric, I need your energy. You have a lot of coffee. We need to
caffeine and no sleep.
Caffeine and no sleep. I think Phil Kelly knows that very well. Right, Phil?
Oh, I love that guy. Fantastic, The Emotional Marine. Some great advice this morning. Guys, the debate has been, and I put it on Twitter, does the week start with